Sally and Jake are riding round the garden on their tricycle. Sly is getting dizzy watching them. Then they ride out towards the village. But there's a barrier to stop them going any further. "What's this?" says Jake. "Well, perhaps they're mending the road," Sally says.
"No traffic allowed today,"
says Sam, pointing at the barrier.
"All roads closed. You'll have to take that vehicle back home."
"Oh, all right," says Sally. "But why, Sam?" Jake asks. Sam says,
"Because of the fete, of course."
Then he walks off. The children don't know about the fete. Father is walking across the garden to Granny's. Sally and Jake tell him there's a barrier in the road and what Sam had said. Sally asks what a fete is, and Jake wants to know if it's a kind of a fair. Father says it is, in a way. Then he tells them most of it'll be in the village. "Near the shop," says Jake. "In the street," Sally says.
"Oh, you must have heard us talking about it,"
Father says. But the children say they haven't. Granny comes out with her shopping basket. "Morning, Granny." She asks Father if he's going to the shop.
"Oh, not today,"
he says.
"We're closed for the fete." "Oh, bless me, I'd forgotten,"
she says.
"Trust me. And you're helping too. You'd better be off."
She goes in again as Father and the children walk away. The first person they see is Harry, draping little flags all around the buildings. But he drops some.
"Oh, that's done it,"
he says, peeping through his fingertips to see what's happened. They've fallen on Father. He's all tangled up.
"Lorks!
Oh, what a crash. What a laugh. The children can't help laughing. Harry apologizes and takes the flags back. Jake asks Father if they can look round. "Oh, of course you can," he says. And off they go. Farmer Mary looks up at them.
"Hello, me dears. You ready for these here festivities?"
"We're just looking round," says Sally. "It's very exciting." Jake asks the farmer if he's helping at the fete.
"Well, I am and I am't. I'm bringing me best pig along."
"Your pig?" says Jake.
"That's right. He's going to be the first prize at the bowling. His old snorter."
The children didn't know there'd be games as well at the fete.
"Oh,
says the farmer.
101 different things there'll be. You ask old Mr. Drury. He's arranged it all."
Mr. Drury is wandering round the empty stalls in the square. Sally and Jake ask him what time the fete starts.
"Soon as the mayor arrives to open it,"
he says. "Which mayor?" asks Jake.
"Mayor of Middledale,"
says Mr. Drury.
"He's the mayor of Middledale and Dimbledale,"
says Father.
"And Dale on Water,"
says Harry, coming to join them.
"Indeed, indeed,"
Mr. Drury says.
"And I'll better get ready to meet him. We'd all better get ready."
Harry puts on his very best clothes with a flower in his buttonhole. Granny comes up.
"My, oh my, who's this handsome stranger? It can't be Harry." "It is, though,"
says Harry.
"All dressed up like Ambone."
"Nonsense," Granny says.
"I'll even let you take me to the fete. You look so smart. Come on now."
And the whole family follow behind. Sam's outside the newsagent's, playing his one-man band. You can hear him all over the place. Farmer Mary feels like a sit-down. Mr. Drury looks anxious. Mrs. Prescott arranges the flowers. All the stalls are ready now. Sam plays on while everyone waits for the mayor. Then he takes a bow. Father claps. "Let's go and find a good place to stand," he says. Mr. Drury looks at his watch nervously.
on, we'll get a good view from here,
Harry says.
I shouldn't be long now.
Everyone begins to crowd round. Someone shouts,
He's coming!
they all start clapping, and the mayor arrives in his best robes. Farmer Merry has gone to sleep on the mayor's box. He won't wake up. Mr. Drury has to push him off. The mayor laughs, then stands on the box to make his speech. Only the mayor's a lady, so it's her speech. "Ladies and gentlemen of Dimbledale," she reads, "it gives me great pleasure." But then she accidentally drops the piece of paper. Harry catches it and hands it back. "Thank you so much," says the mayor.
Pleasure.
Harry says. The mayor starts again. "Ladies and gentlemen of Dimbledale, it gives me great pleasure to declare your fete open." Then she gets off the box and goes to the flower stall. Mr. Drury and the children follow her. Mr. Drury tells the mayor that the flowers were all grown in the village gardens, but she walks off when he's not looking, and he goes on talking. Then he looks round. The mayor's at the jam stall. "I do like homemade jam," she says. "This looks very tasty." Then she asks if there are any sports. Mr. Drury invites her to start the bowling.
First prize is Farmer Mary's pig.
The mayor's bowl just misses the jack and goes a long way past. Everyone claps though. Then Jake sees the farmer with Snorter. He's tied a red ribbon to its curly tail, and now he's trying to move it. But it won't budge, even when he leans on it.
Come on, Snorter,
he says. Suddenly, Snorter decides to move after all. He stands beside the farmer for a minute. Then he stamps his foot and heaves himself between the farmer's legs and carries him into the field like a horse. Sally and Jake are trying to catch apples with their teeth. It's very difficult, and Jake cheats and holds an apple to take a bite. Harry and Granny are having a tug of war. Granny seems to be winning. Harry doesn't understand. Mother's having a go at the bowling now, but she misses the jack too. Granny's still winning the tug of war, somehow. Mr. Drury presents the mayor with some flowers to thank her for coming. Sully and Jake have seen something very funny. It's Granny again. Nearly everyone's trying to pull her over, but they can't. You didn't know I was so strong, did you, Harry Hardcastle?
It's fair baffled me,
says Harry. Everyone pulls again. Mother says there's something odd going on. There is. Granny's tied her end of the rope to a tree. She laughs and laughs. That caught you? she says. Granny still knows a trick or two.
I'll be blowed,
says Harry.
You had me there and no mistake.
Then he laughs too. Farmer Merry's having a go at the bowling himself now. It takes him a long time to get ready, but at last he rolls the ball. It twirls round the jack and stays there.
Oh, how's that then?
So he's the winner. Harry takes him over to give him the first prize, his own fat pig. The farmer pins the rosette on the pig's box.
Well, let's look at me prize then,
he says. But it's Sly,
funniest pig I ever saw,
laughs Harry.
Where's that varmint Snorter got to now?
The farmer wonders. The pig must have heard his name. He charges back and carries poor Farmer Merry off again. I think I deserve first prize anyway, Sly says. I'm much better looking than Snorter, and much better behaved. And he goes back to sleep, contentedly.
Sally and Jake and the mother and father and Granny and Sly the cat and Harry too. All of them live in a village called Dimbledale, where there's always lots of things to do. Sally and Jake enjoy each day. Sly is never far away. Mother and father both work in a little shop. Granny's often busy, Harry is too. But all of them are to do.